Inquiring minds want to know. Well, hello, navigators. Creativity. Is it a curse or is it a gift? What do you think? So, question still stands. Creativity. What is it, navigators? Is it a curse or is it a gift? Well, as a creative individual, I'd like to share my thoughts on it. If you're creative and you have an outlet, it's the best thing since sliced bread. You know? Because you are fulfilling what you're put here for. I believe everyone has a life purpose, and if you're not catering to it or fulfilling that life purpose, it gnaws on you. It will not let you go. It's almost like a disease, like a cancer. So if you're not doing it, you'll be uneasy, you'll be unsettled until you give in to that life purpose or you give in to that creativity. That's my take on it. Now, what is interesting, the things that move me the most, that I resonate with, is art. If I'm doing something with color or drawing or just anything with art, I lose time. So if you know individuals that are creative, or if you yourself are creative and you're being creative, more power to you. Very good. But if you are a creative and you're not being creative, then your soul doesn't rest. You're just uneasy. There's a certain uneasiness about your life. And that's what I realized with mine. You know, I do, a few creative projects here and there. And during those times for those projects, time was endless. It's almost like time stood still for me. And once the project was over, it was like waking up from a beautiful dream, and voila, I'd have to face reality. I have a certificate in graphic design. I have an associate's degree in art with emphasis in graphic design. And I have a bachelor's degree in art with emphasis in graphic design. So I am artified, creatified, all the way, if there are such words. They sounded good. Artified, as in artistic, and creatified, as in creative. So I have been struggling with my creativity, trying to find an outlet for it. And thank heavens, there's YouTube and there's Facebook where I could, enjoy editing a video and put my spin on it and take pictures and work with the fonts and the text. So this is such a wonderful outlet for me to tap into that creativity and to come up with new material and express myself. And of course, with your input and with your support, we're going to continue on this journey, which we have many paths on this journey. And I am very grateful that you take the time to view any of these videos that I put up, and you get to enjoy my journey to see where it'll lead us. But if I'm a creative, I'm not like the traditional artist where you're working with paints. I can paint, but I like more of the, how do I express it? Like more of a computer graphics. I can draw abstract things, But when it comes to naturally realistic looking people, I bet any of you as good as I am drawing a stick figure. Well, maybe a little stick figure with a nice face and a smiley face and teeth and eyes. And little arms. What do they have? Little arms and little legs? I can probably add a little bit to it. But it's so nice to be around creativity. Even if someone is not creative, but they're doing something that's out of their comfort zone and being creative, it is fun for me. And good atmosphere, and it's actually very uplifting. So can you share with me what your thing is? If you are creative or what your forte is, I'll be glad to know. Do share it, put it in the comments below. And if you have any questions or suggestions of what one can do to tap into that creativity. So in my case, I've found a simple thing, the simplest thing as arranging my magazines. I find myself, and I don't know if that's OCD or if it's creative, having them color coded. I'll look through them and see what type they are and arrange them. I find myself collecting things like mugs. Anyone that knows me personally knows I like to collect mugs, but to me they're like little pieces of art. You know, the little handle, the color, you know, the texture, how it feels when I hold it in my hands. It's crazy. And so my worldview is very different. It's so funny. One time I was hanging out with a friend, and my friend was like, "Oh my goodness, you're really enjoying this." And they had like a marketing commercial on, and I loved it because I was just looking at the cinematography, the color, the people, you know, the CGI that they added to it, and I was just blown away by it. And I was like, "Oh, they know I exist. They made this for me. They know I exist," and I completely enjoyed it. So I find that life is a little bit sweeter just from the simplest things, you know, that I notice, because, you know, I could try to mimic it on paper or somehow represent it in my own form of interpreting what I saw. Anyway, rambling on and on and on. There'll be more to come. More chit-chatting from the chit-chats on the Chatter Junction. And don't forget to subscribe, leave comments, like the video, and of course do share your experience either as a creative, or if you were ever taken out of your comfort zone and you did something and actually enjoyed it after showing up and keeping your mind open and giving it your all. All right, this is Shelly. Thank you so much, and ciao. I hope that you and following your heart's desire. Bye, navigator.